We are in a residential neighborhood on the northeast side of Louisville called Clifton Heights. And we have spent a lot of time here clearing invasive plants out. It's just been a work in progress over the last 4 or 5 years. And we're going to help Mother Nature out a little bit by planting some trees that are native species.
We're out here to pretty much replenish the forest. We're putting more trees back in, going back and looking at some of the native plants that are in Louisville. You know, when you go back over history, you know, they thought at one time bringing in plants was a good idea so people could experience a lot, but those plants had a tendency to kill out our native species. So the idea is to take out some of those invasive plants and put in our native plants so that we can replenish the natural environment that we had here, you know, centuries ago.
Okay. Give that a nice pitch.
Yeah.
So this is an example of environmental sustainability at its best. And hopefully we'll have enough that in decades from now, we're going to have this area really nicely forested for our next generations to come and enjoy.
For the past few years, we've planted hundreds and hundreds of trees throughout the county, from Jefferson Memorial Forest all the way out here and at Caperton Swamp. We are planting black walnut, hackberry, white oak, a few northern catalpa trees, and black cherry, I think, today. We really appreciate the work that our volunteers do. It saves us a lot of time, really helps out our staff to be able to do some other projects and see some of our regular volunteers. It's nice to see familiar faces and see people giving back and really appreciating the work that they do out here.
I loved America. I love the natural areas of it. I grew up going out to the woods all the time, and this gives an opportunity to, you know, restore those things that I love.
This is called land stewardship, where we give the forest a nicer appearance than it might normally have. The city of Louisville has a really good initiative going to get more trees planted in residential neighborhoods, and it's good for people. It brings a lot of oxygen in the air. It cleans up some of the pollutants that can get into the air.
If you're talking about, you know, improving the environment or doing anything like that, or improving your recreational activities, this is one way to do it for you and for everybody else. To give back to America and, you know, for all the blessings that we have. I mean, it's just, this nation is one of the greatest nations in the world, and we need people to take that extra step forward.
Giving back to the community is really, really important. And since I love the outdoors, the way I want to give back is in a way that protects our future generations. Hopefully, you know, 20 years down the road, I'll be able to come back here and go, I remember that tree. I remember planting that with some really great people that I work with.